Hi, thanks for joining us on this Minute with Mike. I'm here with my friend and colleague and brother on the journey, Ken Core, who is the minister of our congregational care here at Brentwood Baptist Church. It is time for the holidays, and we're all getting excited about turkey and dressing and presents and seeing family and yay. Okay, let's get real. Some of you moved to Nashville to get away from your family, and you live the entire year dreading the time when the holidays come and you're going to have to go home. So we're going to talk about how you prepare to go home and see your family when you really don't want to. Okay, hey, we keep it real here. All right, Ken.
Well, now there's some people who want to, so we recognize you as
some
well.
people, yeah, but
it's hard.
It is hard. Now let's be straight. Not everybody had a father like I had, or like you had, mom like we had, and a lot of our friends right now are dreading the day when they have to go home and deal with family because they're going to get back in the same patterns and the same old stuff.
Here's something interesting, Mike. What we see in terms of our counseling load during the year, there's always a predictable pattern. Somewhere around Thanksgiving, the load drops off. Mm-hmm. People are dealing with stuff. It stays low. Very few people come in for counseling until January 1, and then we're overwhelmed. Right. They've been home with family. So what happens then? If there's codependency issues, all those get activated. Mm-hmm. If there's addiction issues, all those get activated. We end up spending too much over the holidays, and so now we've got financial stress. Mm-hmm. We realize that kids are home and the house is full. If there are any cracks in the marriage relationship or the family dynamic, all of that gets activated, and suddenly you're realizing that home for the holidays is not an easy thing to deal with at all.
Right.
And so how then do we help families deal with all of that?
So I am working. I know November 22nd, that's my birthday, by the way, if you want to send me a present. November 22nd, 23rd, I'm going to be headed home for Thanksgiving. I feel my blood pressure going up. I get short of breath. How do I prepare for what I know is going to be there?
A couple things I would say. One is clarify your expectations. Be real aware of what we're expecting, what we need to do in terms of managing that stress for ourselves, and then be real clear on setting boundaries. Mm-hmm. So as an example, if every time we go home there are too many people in the house, maybe this year we plan to have somebody stay in a hotel. Mm-hmm. The last few times that we visited with my mama before she died, we stayed in a motel just close by the house, and it made it a lot easier for her preparing for us to come. Mm-hmm. Her ability to do that was limited. So we just had to say that we're going to set these boundaries. Now, Mom didn't like that, but we were able to set some boundaries and say this is how we're going to make this trip easier and better. Mm-hmm. So expectations oftentimes just get blown out of the roof. And just being able to sit down and say, here's what we're looking forward to. So you know already it's going to be stressful. All right, I'm planning for that. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to set some boundaries on how do I know when it's time. So if Uncle George gets drunk again, we're going to leave. Uncle George gets drunk every year. But it's rather than making uncomfortable, we're just going to let everybody know. Mm-hmm. This year we may not stay the whole time. This year we're going to do these things to make it easier for everybody. So we've clarified our expectations. We set our boundaries, and then we go into it.
And a lot of times people go home thinking my dad's going to be different, my mom's going to be different, or I need these things. But if your dad hasn't been emotionally supportive for the first 70 years of his life, if he's never told you he loved you or whatever, he's probably not going to do it now.
That's right. That goes back to expectations.
Right.
Knowing sort of what to expect, not being surprised by it. Now, there's always some surprises. I think that family is filled, the family dynamic is filled with surprises. Mm-hmm. But I think simply being aware that, all right, I want it, my expectation is he's going to give it to me, but I know he's not. Mm-hmm. So how do I prepare myself when I don't get it if I know already up front I'm probably not? Mm-hmm. Now,
and then also to look for the way that he's trying to tell me.
Exactly. Yeah. Give each other a little bit of grace.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
This is what he's
Extend
for him.
Love to each other, knowing that here's what I can do, here's what I can't do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if family's hard because you do have expectations.
Yeah.
You want it to be different.
You want the little Norman Rockwell picture there, huh? Doesn't happen. Okay, give me some. Okay, as a Christ follower, I'm always responsible for my behavior and my reactions and my emotions. I can't say Ken made me do this or Ken made me feel this. So how do I prepare? What are those 2 or 3 steps we can start doing now that's going to make my Thanksgiving and Christmas a little easier?
Wow, that's a great question. I would say one of the things that I want to do when I'm planning to go into a situation like that is to become more aware of my own emotional life. How can I get myself in a place where I'm more stable? How can I help my own maturity so that I don't walk in and just blast the family
Right.
out of my own bad place? So if you can go into it knowing what do I need, first of all, before I try to make sure anybody else gives me what I need, what do I need to give myself for what I need for this? So simply being aware. Self-awareness is probably the most important thing you can do. Once I know what I need, then ask for what you think you need. Don't just go in there saying, well, if mom and daddy loved me, they would ask.
Right.
Here's what I'm wanting, here's what I'm needing, and then be ready to accept no as an answer. It's okay if they say no, but you can always ask. What I tell my children, ask anything you want. The answer's already no, but you can ask for anything you want.
Now, some of the things that we've talked about in other episodes are staying with your spiritual disciplines to create the capacity. Stay with your Bible reading. Stay with your journaling. Stay with your walking.
That
and
gets me
those kind of
prepared
things.
for knowing me.
That's right. No matter what comes to stuff. All right. All right. This is good stuff. I'm gonna have a better holidays. Although I'm the one that's making all my other family crazy.
Well, I can
So
see
they're probably gonna be sitting with you, my boys
Send them to me.
and all that. So.
Your boys are blessed to have you
Yes,
and have your
right.
home life.
Hey, thanks for joining us in this Minute with Mike. We hope this helped, and we'd love to hear from you. So be sure to drop us an email, text, whatever, and we'd love to continue this conversation with you. So thanks for being with us.